Well, hello, it's Miss Gina, and you're at Gina's Planet, and I'm Miss Gina, and I thought we could read Julia Donaldson's A Book of Names, and Nyla A. illustrated the book. That means she drew or made the pictures. She illustrated them. She drew them and colored them in. Nicely, she did. It's A Book of Names. See if your name's in here. It says, do you need to find a name to give to a girl or boy, or a puppy or a kitten, or a teddy or a toy? Well, I've been signing children's books for years and years and years, and I've kept a list of names which might give you some ideas. I like names like Robert and Anna and Anne and Catherine and Betty and Lucy and Sylvia and Sophie and Sophia and Amari and Ronan and Jade and names like that, and a lot of different names. So let's see what names she came up with. Oh, I've signed for Pearl and Ruby, for Sapphire and for Jade, for Maxie and for Minnie, and for Missy and for Maid. It has beautiful pictures. It's a nice children's picture book. They're all in costumes. They're all dressed up. He has on a wig. She has on a tiara or a crown. Think she's a princess? Maybe. Maybe. I've signed for Kat. I've signed for Matt. I've signed for Buzz and Belle. For BB and for CC. For J and K and L. I've signed for boys called Romeo and girls called Juliet. I've signed for Roman, Saxon, Dane, though not for Norman yet. I wonder if she signed for Justin or Ronan or Belle or Ella or Grace or David or Julian. You never know. I've signed for Rain and Breeze and Storm and for Rainbow and for Sunny, for Kitty and for Scotty and for Kiki and Chicky and for Bunny. I've never heard anybody named Chicky, but maybe it's a real Chicky. That one's still got an eggshell on its head. That's kind of funny. Wonder how many books she signed. It's a lot of names. See if I can turn the page. There we go. Oh goodness, they're dressed up like animals. There's a bird and a bear and a skunk. Oh, that's cool. I signed for Bear and Badger and for Robin and for Wren, for Zachary and for Zebedee, and for Zizan and for Zen. Wonder if she's done it for Jebediah or Isaiah or Brooklyn. Just a thought. Roses. I've signed for Rose and Poppy, and for Daisy and for Lily, for kale and avocado, for pepper and for chili. Gardening, daisies. Daisies are my favorite. I love them. I've signed for Ben and Nevis. I've signed for Star and Sky. I've signed for April, May, and June, but never for July. What about August Rush? Maybe. Astronomy. March, February, January. It should be January, February, March. Oh, and then they have July, August, September, October, November, and December. It's not exactly in order, but that's okay. I've signed for Maggie Christmas. I've signed for Valentine, for Holly and for Ivy, for Bramble and for Vine. I wonder if they've signed for Seven of Love, or Khaki, or Fern, or Valentine. She said Valentine, yes. I've signed for Fern and Forest. There's Fern. And Misty and Dawn and Dew. Fern is on Wilbur. I've never signed for Kanga, but once I signed for Rue. Nature. It's a tent out of a book. That's kind of cool. think that would be cool to make a park with books that were your tents that you stayed in. I think that could be quite cool. I've signed for Peach and Clementine, for Apple and for Cherry, for Natty and for Taddy, for Bonnie, Blythe, and Mary. I wonder if they've signed for Juniper or Tulip or Sylvia or Beverly or Regina or Gina, Miss Gina, for Nixie and for Pixie, for Fairy and for Fluff, for Dolly and for Teddy, for Billy and for Gruff. I've signed for Lake and Ocean, for Sandy and for Shelly, for Honey and for Vanilla, and even once for Jelly. That's a cool thing of Jello. I signed for Scarlet, Gray and Brown, and Violet and Blue. Wonder if they signed for Wakanda. Who knew? Or Fonda, or Hunter. And if you ever get to meet, I just love the pictures. They're so vibrant and neat. I'll sign a book for you. I hope you found some names you didn't know about before. Hope you found some names you didn't know about before. And if you turn the page, you're going to find a whole lot more. A whole lot more. For all the children whose books I've signed, says JD, Liliana, and Tom. Looky there. There is a Kimberly, Kimmy, Kamora, Kenan, Kingsley, Kenny, Kennedy, Canavra, Perez, Kim, Melissa, Kirsten, Kirsty, Kit, Katura, Kizzy, Clara, let's go, Manny, Manon, Malcolm, Melina, Marlene, Marley, Miss Mo, Matthew, Maurice, Mario, Maxine, Maximus, Malik, Miley. So many names. Do you see yours? So many names. What about Darlene and Becca and Rebecca and Roger and Rowan and Rosine and Roka and Roland and Romeo and James and Natara and Nixon and Jocelyn and Jessica and Xavier and Xavius, Xenia, Zal, Zenaya, Tercia, Tess. Look at all those names. So many names, you'll have to check it out. So that's a great book for this summer. So step inside a magical and transforming bookshop and meet a host of happy children, all with the most wonderful names. Did you hear your name? I hope so. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.